Last time on Doki Doki.
Big and beautiful.
Let's continue.
Alright, who should I show next? Let's go to Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Dot dot dot. That's pretty good, Ruben. Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? Guess you can see that. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like training a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that, if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Oh god, let's see if I can freaking read this. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human, or as an ordinary human, I think. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My suspiciousness, well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom? Okay. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon incriminates its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. Why do you keep going back to the knife? The very same light that glistens in my eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. Go away notification. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic. I can't read that word. Fendorier? I don't know. Conditioning. I sliced the bread and I fed myself again. Alright, and I feed myself again. I'm not liking how Yuri was so descriptive about that knife. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a little more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imaginary and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at a face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I usually force to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Ruben? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Alright. Okay, I'm going to save there in case I get another problem with my computer. Let's go to Monica. Hi again, Ruben. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you will come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. I want to share what you wrote for today. Sure, here you go. I share my poem to Monica. Alright. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. I had a feeling. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I actually are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's kind of the vibe I get from when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? It could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has the kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, it's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me, the colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony? I don't know. A meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. But the noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sign, like playing a chalkboard on the turntable, like playing the pizza crust, an endless poem of meaninglessness. Load me? This one I got a lot more creeped out from. Monica? This is even more abstract than your last one. Ha ha ha. Ha. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. Yeah! The way I write the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's really hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Good point. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Okay. She didn't even know what she was talking about. I mean, Monica, you okay? Thanks for listening. Let's get this over with. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Huh? You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden. Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? What was that supposed to mean? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary, but think of it this way: if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang a chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has lots of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm not gonna tell everyone. I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Yeah, apparently you don't like Amy. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with each simpler analogs. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone who would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Or are you the one that likes spiders? Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Yeah, I guess kind of. Yeah. With a knife. And a raccoon. Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. So does she actually do that? I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Suki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. Yeah, just don't be mean at all in general. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. and Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. Aha, are you sure you're not the one who did that? But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Oh my god. Well, I would say so. If her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there is a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. These poems are getting darker and stranger. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in front of the room. This is about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us that what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori's been coloring a poster holds it up for all of us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Did you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's just, it's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud into a whole room full of people. I'm a little bit the same. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. ... But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start an event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. The better that we'll be able to show everyone what the literature club is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share with the others, to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And it all takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem. Then I know you can do it. ... Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but ... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? ... Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. my gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, you can't recite your poem in front of the club. How do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook and to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She stands up behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face, and I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes her recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. Oh, so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I thought I was going to read another poem. I was hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Okay. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into a sharp symbolism of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around as she bewildered her, even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm sure I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me after, and we give Yuri a recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Yuri ... Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. So Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do this so easily? Try to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror or your own in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's I can't even pronounce that word, and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said that she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Great job, Sayori. Yeah, even Ruben liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But It might be that that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with the kind of delivery. No, I really didn't. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's well. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Ruben. It's not like I could compare it to you guys anyway. Might as well let Ruben lower everyone's standards a little before. What the fuck is your problem? Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get this over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with the one I wrote for today. Yeah, that's true. I stand up a step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident of my own writing, it's hard to put the energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive an applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. All right then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. A poem is called. It's called. Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, I don't know. The poem has rhythm to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like more of a bounce up and down and is giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs and back to her seat. That wasn't bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of all the other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's in front of my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is. So, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I can't thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what's it like. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to do a new poem for the festival. I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Pose again. Looks like she just whipped Natsuki in the face with her hair. It makes me really happy. No problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write the poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, and so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. I can't do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica. Why am I so fixated on Monica? Go away! Notifications. I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. You know, like, do you realize we kind of like live next door to each other, right? They're making such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Ruben. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. ... Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asks to walk home with you. What? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh no, what is this? Okay, well, I would walk home with Yuri. I would still walk home. I'll still walk home with Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? No? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to be... you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're sincerely ruined. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. I wonder if Yuri told her something. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time. Okay. Got another poem. Gonna save again. Okay. Let's go ahead and go with... Let's try laugh. Okay. That one's good. Okay, so I had another problem with my computer again. Probably gonna end this shortly after I do this last poem because I don't want to hit that another issue again. So let's try to get through this. Joy. Okay. Cool. Did that. Oh man. Last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination, starting this club and now picking up a piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's the whole day of the school where we get to play and eat all the kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying that you don't like squid? You of all people? I don't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because that's it's right in your name. Monica? Eh? Yeah, what? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in the translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Yeah, where is she? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone, okay? Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. What is up with her? Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already disappeared with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Ruben, what's up? Hey, this is sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers... really? Okay, Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one... I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Ruben. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know that's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. Oh no, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Alright, are you sure about it? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the one thing on her mind is you, Ruben. Me? How on earth would you come up with that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori's talking about you more than anything else, you know. Eh? She's been so happy. She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always has been. You're so funny, Rude. Have you thought about maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's how she is when she's around you. ... I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump into conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it too for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningful. I know, she said. Forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear from her. I sigh and sit to myself. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Now it feels like I'm being watched. I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I had no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit down next to her. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell what I was thinking like? How are you even able to tell what I was thinking like that? That's a weird way of phrasing it. Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. And in any case, I guess you're right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, I would be glad to listen. That's really not the big deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Huh? Sorry, I didn't mean for you. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time. That's all. I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings, or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Ruben, the world is full of meaning. Is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath the plain sight, and there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, you say so. You think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on the inside of her head. And so she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Yeah, I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. Well, just get friends, that's all. ... Yuri suddenly looked deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysterious mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware when were you bleh, aware were in you. Go away, stupid thingy. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly so sophisticated as you. Huh? That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking off my mind of the whole thing anyway. ... Okay, everyone. After 10 passes, Monica calls out the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I knew it, everyone was back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Okay, so I'm back here now. Let's just, of course, go to Sayori. I'm very concerned about what's going on with her. ... This is your best one so far. It's really, really nice, Ruben. Thanks. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your faces. Well, alright. Hey, Ruben. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does, or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes the one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something, and this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No. What? What did I do? I didn't do anything! Ruben, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Oh, crap, what did I do? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. What? Alright, I'm getting a little concerned here now. What the hell's going on, Sayori? I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori, I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Ruben. It's just a little rain cloud. Oh my god. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Damn it! Just smiles from everyone. Okay. Wait, what? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. What the hell? Man, I almost... damn it. Let's go to Yuri. Well done, Ruben. You've definitely improved in your writing in the course of this few days. Have you advice be helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember that and to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing our writing and seeing what others think. I really want to get back to Sayori. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it is great way for me to spend some personal time with all of the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing. And I guess doing some writing myself. Have you learned anything about yourself? Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna end it there.